Hi, this is Christy Wellborn, and you're listening to EstasParkRadio.com. I would like to welcome back Dr. Kay Rosenthal. Dr. KRN, welcome back.
Thank you. Christy, how have you been?
I've been great. It's so nice to see you and have you here.
It's great to be here. Thank you so much.
What's the topic today?
I thought we'd talk about medication safety.
Very important.
Yeah, especially, it's so easy to forget to take it, or you get home, you don't even know what it's for. I'm always talking to relatives, and it's like, well, what are you on? Oh, blah, blah, blah. And what's it for? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. It's like, wrong answer.
Maybe if somebody's on quite a few medications.
Yeah, that can make it a little more difficult, but I'm always just write it down and keep track of it and remember to take the darn stuff if you need it. So I thought we'd just talk about that in general today.
Okay.
So Denise Hole is a nurse, and she sent this proverb statement: a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. That's from Proverbs 17:22.
Would you mind reading that again?
I love this. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones.
Oh, dries up the bones.
Dries
Okay,
up
that
the
is good.
bones. So wouldn't it be wonderful if our bodies didn't need anything but a cheerful heart to stay healthy? I love that. Imagine walking up to a friend, telling them you don't feel so well. They tell you a story about their grandkids or some crazy thing their cat did. You just laugh, 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 and then you're all full of good medicine, and you're fixed.
And you're fixed.
Whatever ails you was just fixed. So there has been research about how laughter does actually do the body good.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever got, I don't mean to get off the
go
subject,
ahead.
but do you ever, I had a real good friend, we don't get to see each other much anymore, but we can spur each other on and we just get the giggles.
Oh, yes.
And I think people thought we were smoking something because we were like in a mall or somewhere and we just couldn't
Just
stop.
crazy.
And it was so exhausting. I mean, it went on for a long time and it was so exhausting, but it felt
So good.
good.
Yeah.
Do you know that what I mean there?
We don't allow ourselves to do that
Yep.
as often as we should. At yoga, at Lizzie Adams Gentle Yoga, we've been doing some really fun stuff, and she's thinking she might have to do just a whole separate kind of yoga. Just, I call it crazy yoga. It feels so good, and it's really just being a child, and we're in there playing.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's so good. It feels so wonderful, and it's so healthy because you just don't allow yourself to be a child very often.
You can just feel it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't mean to go off on that.
No, I think that's a lovely. So anyway, we know that it does help boost the immune system. It helps heal emotional wounds, and it distracts us from pain. But often, about 60% of the time when we leave a doctor's office, you go out with a prescription. So that's why I thought we would talk about medication safety. Because they don't typically hand you like a Bill Cosby book or tell you to go watch Everybody Loves Raymond or whatever you think is really funny. Or it suggests you read the comics every day, although I don't find the comics that funny.
No, I don't either.
Delbert was too true. So every time we get a new prescription, there's questions about that little pill or that new inhaler or that whatever liquid, bitter kind of stuff you are given. So you feel a little rushed at the doctor's office, and it's really a good time to take a deep breath and just say, wait just a minute, and ask these questions before you leave so you know what kind of information you need to get from the doctor.
Well, it's your right to do that, and you must do that. It's about you and your body.
Yeah, and if you can't get it from the doctor or the healthcare provider, then the pharmacist is a great resource. They have a lot of things in writing. They can explain things. So when you go to fill it, ask them as well. And don't be afraid to ask questions. They know a lot about the medications, and they're happy to take the time because they want you to take it right at home.
Some of the pharmacists will ask you, do you have any questions?
Exactly.
That's your
and
opportunity.
They really mean it.
Yeah, they mean it. So ask if you do.
And of course you just immediately say, oh no, and then you're like, why did I say that? Of course I have questions. Why am I taking this? So it's the how, the when, and the why are the things that you need to know. So it's a good thing to ask, is this treatment the standard for my condition? If not, why are we going in this direction? How long will I be on the medication? Because sometimes it's 7 days, 10 days, sometimes it could be the rest of your life. And what are the chances that it's going to be successful? what can I do to help achieve our goals that aren't medication related? So we talked about last week maybe losing 5 pounds instead of taking a blood pressure medication. Sometimes that's enough. What adverse effects can result from this medication, and can it interact with other things like medications and supplements and sunlight and dairy products and some things you can't have grape juice with? So there's a lot to know. How soon will I see results? Am I going to be better tomorrow or in 2 days, or does this take 6 weeks, or how does this work and how quickly will it work? Is there a generic equivalent? Because if you can get the generic, you can often save money.
Right.
And then how do I take it? How often? And then by what route? Am I going to take it in my mouth? Am I going to take it with an inhaler? Is it a suppository that I put somewhere? Do I take it with food, without
Right,
food?
that's always important, I notice, take with food or...
Yes. And then do I take it in the morning or at nighttime? Because some of the meds work better at different times of the day. And then I think you also need to ask, just, is there anything else I need to know about this, the side effects? And then remember, if you start to have a side effect, like you're getting a headache and that's one of the side effects, don't just stop taking the medication. Call and talk to them. Because some of the medications, you can't just stop them. They have to be tapered down.
They can adjust it.
Yes, lowered. Or sometimes it is. Just stop it immediately and we'll put you on this medication instead. So it's really something you need to talk back and forth to say, oh, I don't know, I'm feeling pretty nauseated. Well, that's normal, and if it's just a mild irritation, let's just ignore that for a couple days, see if it goes away. But if you're vomiting, for 2 hours, they're going to say, stop it and let's try something else, or come to the ER. So it's really basic information, but each medication is so individual. Our bodies are so individual that really understanding these simple things can really make or break the difference between how successful the medication is or is not. And then sometimes, you forget to take one. So do I take that now that I remember, or do I wait until tomorrow and then just get back on the schedule? So, we're all humans, so we're going to forget a pill or two. So it's important to know, sometimes it's important to make it up, and sometimes that could be the worst thing you could do. So just ask the pharmacist or your doctor and get that information.
Okay. Is there any statistics on how many Americans are on medication?
Oh my gosh. I know that Marge Jones at the Estes Park Pharmacy is always telling me not how many people, but how many people are on multiple meds, and most Americans are on somewhere between 6 to 10 medications.
Is that right?
Is that wild or what?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I take a couple of vitamins and I take some eye drops. So I'm only on 3 things. But there are people that, 10, 14, and sometimes it's all in the morning and you're like, no wonder you have no appetite. I've just given you 12 medications at 8 in the morning. That's enough to make you sick.
Now, is that a combination of prescription meds and other meds?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I think 6 to 8 is a pretty normal prescription meds.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I wish I had the statistics.
Maybe we can do
for
that another time.
How many people are on medications? It's a lot. It's a huge industry.
Well, it's good information to know for all the people that are on medication. So
I hope
thank
you'll
you.
Ask your pharmacist or ask your doctor and get the answers that you need. And that's also on my website. I posted that today, www.wellnessoptionsforlife.com. So if you didn't catch something or want a few other examples, feel free to visit my website. And I'd love for people to leave a comment and tell me kind of what stories they've had with medications, because there's good tips. One time a woman told me that the way she remembers is she flips the lid over, so the medication in the morning is sitting upright, and when she takes it, she flips it so that the lid is on the table, and then she knows she's taken that.
Oh, okay.
And you've seen the people with the med minders, so that if it's empty and it's Sunday, you've taken your meds for Sunday. Those work really well. There's so many different systems to help people remember to take their pills. That's just one part of it. But knowing why you're taking it and how it's going to help you, what to look for if it's not helping you, those are other really important pieces.
Okay. Again, it's www.wellness optionsforlife.com.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you so much.
We look forward to speaking with you again.
Super.
All right, Dr. Kay Rosenthal. I'm Christy Wellborn, and you're listening to Estes Park Radio.com.